What's going on, traders? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to determine the trend when trading supply and demand for Forex stocks. Doesn't matter which market you're looking at, and how to see, when that trend will eventually end. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I will be responding, and let me know how you determine the trend, and stay tuned for the video. Alright, so first we're going to see the best way to determine when a market is in an uptrend. So let's just say we have our downtrend right here. As you can see, price is trending down. You're going to notice that we will have a few supply zones here, just like that. Say these are supply zones right here. Price is clearly trending down. There's two ways to assess the trend, and this is the one way. So as you can see, we have a downtrend. As I circled here, price is trending down. We have our one supply zone here, and we have another supply zone here. When price comes up, breaks this supply zone is now taken out, and what we have is, instead of a downtrend, we now have a sideways market because one supply zone has been removed, and as you can see, price kind of looks sideways in that situation. So now we are in a sideways market, so that's how you determine when price is sideways, and I personally don't really like to trade when price is sideways. And the next thing we could see is this second supply zone be removed. In that instance, we now have an uptrend, and the Patreon members will notice that on my charts I have arrows on that I'm constantly updating. Up is for uptrend, down is for downtrend, and X is for sideways. That's what you get for becoming a Patreon member. Check it out, links in the description below. And that is just one example of how to determine trend. And by the way, the same thing applies, if price is trending down or up and you have supply zones or demand zones like this. Does not matter. It's just the complete inverse for downtrend. It does not matter. It's the same thing applies. So that is the one example with two zones being removed. And here is the second example. So same situation. We have the downtrend. Let me draw a couple supply zones like this. Boom. Let me get my tool. So we have that downtrend that you see. And then let's just say price comes up to here. Price respects this supply zone at first, but then it comes up to break it, which you will see a lot. You will usually see supply zones being respected and demand zones being respected. So right now we have this supply zone removed, and as you can see, we have this other supply zone. This supply zone is still holding. Maybe price is reacting off of it right here. So in this situation, you would think that we are sideways, but since we have this nice trend and you have the ability to draw this upward trend line like that, now what we have is an uptrend because we have the ability to draw this trend line like that. So in the last example, we didn't have that ability, right? We just had price, let me just get a tool here. We just had price coming up to a supply zone like this, straight from the lows, and remove it, and there's no ability to draw a trend line in this situation. Price didn't come down like that. We only had the one zone removed. So then in that situation, we needed this other supply zone to be removed before. And the best thing that could happen is something like this, where two zones are removed, and then we have the ability to draw that upward trend line like that. That is the best situation. But down here, as you can see, this is totally fine. It's a fine situation where we have one zone removed, the ability to draw the trend line, and the same thing applies for an up or for a downtrend. If this just inverse this, demand zones need to be removed, and then you need to have the ability to draw the downward trend line for there to be a trend. So I hope this all made sense. Just wanted to make this quick little video. If this is your first time to my channel, hit subscribe. I do a weekly forecast every week that could help you out with preparing for the week ahead. And let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the video. If you have any questions, I will respond to every single comment. And hope you liked the video. Cheers.